So,
Huzzah. Okay, Ace Attorney.
Ace Attorney, yeah.
now we're going back in time.
Back.
To the
Back in
acest
time.
of attorneys.
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean, we're already in Victorian England, but like, we're especially going back.
In
we're
Victoria.
having a flashback.
Yeah.
Here's a cutscene.
Chronology.
Right.
Alright,
Are we gonna get some voiceover?
probably.
It was a ghastly tale of a winter's night. One of an invisible killer and a crime perpetrated on the pavement along Briar Road.
Didn't we already do this one?
As the victim lay at rest,
I don't know.
Yeah.
the mystery of just who had stabbed the young lady from behind.
We did
has
just
been
fucking do
resolved.
this one.
But no
Is it me? Is that why it's quiet?
Saved that Eastern
There's a
cruel
voiceover.
from his
Oh, I can't hear it.
Then in the dim, flickering shadows of gaslight, his second bizarre crime rendered
Streaming
the
Brood,
stillness
watch
of that
stream.
very night.
Oh, it's Jack the Bloody Ripper!
I dare say most can still recall the sensational headlines of the day.
Oh, shut up, Shirks. I love
Haunted
you, you son of a
apartment
bitch.
of death, the condemned criminal's curse, the dread demon of coal gas.
Ooh, we're finally going to bring up the carbon monoxide poisoning I'm certain he's suffering from.
Though the great detective had at once discerned the truth upon his arrival at the scene,
They've put away the milk, they've put away
it
the
only
thing, they've
proved
put
to
away
be
this.
the overture that announced
Oh,
the
it's the
rising of the
Shakespeare
curtain on a
motherfucker.
most
He's
play.
he's back. I don't know what his name was.
Shh.
Shakespeare
Shakespeare
McShakespeare. Yeah, he was in the Garadeb case. Garadeb
Mr.
case.
Mr. Shagbutt.
Shagbutt. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, definitely.
Mr. Fuckass.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Sorry, not Shagbutt. Shagbutt, how ridiculous. Who suggested that? Is it me now?
Oh,
No,
no,
it's-
it's me.
No, Tony. It's Tony.
Okay.
I didn't
Sorry,
even-
I'm just.
The screen was black, so I didn't realize it was actually speaking parts.
Sorry.
My hands are full and my phone's in my pocket, so I have no idea what's happening on screen, so. Soon I'll be upstairs.
Ugh.
My name is Natrasca Naruhodo. I'm a fledgling lawyer, just starting out my journey. 6 months
Adorable.
ago, I arrived as a visiting student of law, having made the long voyage across the sea from the Empire of Japan to be here, London, England.
Oh.
And on the way, in quite extraordinary circumstances, I made the acquaintance of a world-famous detective.
In case you didn't play the first one.
Currently, I reside in the attic of the detective's own lodgings, from where I run my legal consultancy of sorts. Of sorts. I've successfully defended a number of clients in Britain's highest court, the Old Bailey. But since a particularly grueling and unforgettable legal battle 4 months ago now, I haven't returned to the courtroom. In truth, I lost my right to return. But that epic trial was just one small part of an epic tale. A tale which was now about to awaken from slumber. Thanks to a letter that arrived this morning from my homeland.
Susato!
It will be, yeah. Susato.
My baby!
That sounded like a cat.
It did, maybe it's a cat.
It sound like.
Like it's not meant to be. It's Natrasca's stomach rumbling. The fuck? Oh. What a delicious smell wafting up the stairs. It must be nearly time for breakfast. I better go down to Mr. Shums's suite and say good morning to the great detective and his flatmate.
Why
And
is there a
cat.
thing of onions in the corner?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Ask a stupid question.
Yes,
Good
it's
answer.
August.
Oh god, I've got to do a fucking sweet voice while pissed off.
I mean,
Okay.
If you want to hear my Iris.
Oh god.
I would go for it.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like Iris could stab a bitch. as well.
She could do it.
Absolutely. No, I'm
Just
so sorry.
get an Iris who is brimming with rage.
Such rage. Literally,
I
I
made
just
waffles, but they burnt.
I checked my phone. I've been put in a Discord with like a lot of other like Liverpool trans people. I got 95 unread messages, and the last one I read was, "We should start a podcast."
Oh my god.
And I'm just there like, "Oh my god, okay." Just like I have to explain as a podcaster how fucking niche and how hard it is to make a podcast.
What are they looking into? Are they doing like a Talkie Man podcast?
It's a Talkie Man podcast.
I mean, that is
Talkie
slightly
Man
easier to
podcast.
do than an audio podcast, to be fair, but still quite difficult.
And I
Yeah,
guess if they're thinking
Enti-
it's going to be people
Well, it's-
chatting.
Yeah, it's
It's like
entirely
they're
different.
They're trying to do like a trans mask sort of thing. I'm pretty sure that already exists.
Yeah.
It's literally just like a chatty sort of thing. They haven't really defined it. They're just like, we'll be trans people talking about trans things and not shitting on J.K. Rowling every 5 seconds. And I'm just so like, cool. That's
But you
very
should be
That's a good
shitting on
tagline.
J.K. Rowling every 5 seconds. Why are you not? Why would you ever
They're
not be?
shitting on J.K. Rowling every 10 seconds.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
It's very much
I
like
accept.
literally a text I got said like I think we should be informative and strive for genuine diversity despite the fact that most of us are white, so we need to be mindful of that, but also very fun and upbeat. And I'm just there like, that's just a lot of words, babes, come on.
Buzzword.
That's buzzwords, babe, but you're not gonna get anywhere very quick. They'll forget about it in a week.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
It sounds like a big enough and scatty enough collective that they will.
Yeah, it's oof. Anyway, carrying on. God, I need to do my fucking high pitched voice. Yeah.
Ah, Bruno, good. I was just about to call up to you. The bacon's ready.
I guess they did have bacon back then.
Good morning,
We about
Iris.
to say, yes, they had bacon back in the
Salted
Victorian
pork,
era.
babes.
What the fuck?
I'm just kind of thinking, guys. You don't all have to pile on me like that.
God help us.
God.
You know?
Oh yes,
Okay.
bacon invented in the 20th century.
Yeah, bacon. No one looked at a bit of meat and went, "Let's put some fucking salt on
I
it."
happen to know for a fact that bacon was basically invented by the Chinese in 1500 BCE.
I was gonna say, they definitely had bacon at least as early as the earliest Romans, so
So the Moulin, the bacon in Moulin is in fact historically accurate.
Alright, now that I've been murdered, shall we move on? Jesus.
come on, Aaron, read the room, man.
My God.
Oh,
You know who you're
God,
streaming
look,
with.
sorry. Here's your previous line, Tony.
It smells delicious as usual. Before we eat, though, I have some news. I had a surprise this smart.
Gee.
What?
It's you.
Oh, sorry. Oh
Good
my
lord.
god, I thought I had like a second.
Do you want me to? I'll do a Sherms impression if you don't do it quickly.
Oh, the pressure's on. Gee. Oh, they've gone.
Oh, we lost you. It's riddled with technical errors.
Technical difficulties.
Disconnect! Thank you.
Hello.
I'm so sorry.
It's like when someone ults in Overwatch and then they just leave the game. Genji's pulling his sword out. Pop. Gone.
Off he goes.
I'm so sorry. I was like, oh, I'll just scroll through Discord and see what's going on. And then I thought, oh no, quick, better join the chat. Except I joined on my laptop and the internet's so shit, I didn't actually join.
Mm.
Sorry. Shh. Not another word, Mr. Naruhodo.
At this point, we've had how many conversations about you, Shams?
This could be just the. Sorry.
Good.
Juice.
Good start.
I'm supposed to be pronouncing. Now I turned off. I just want to rotate my screen, please, please, please. Allow me to read. Jesus,
Do you want me to type out everything he says in the chat?
no. This could be just the abstruse thing for my pre-breakfast stagnation-repelling mental simulation, my dear fellow.
Well done.
Thank you. I did say simulation instead of stimulation, so I suck. 0 out of 10!
The stimulation for Island Living.
Morning to you too, Mr. Shelms.
Ah. Yes, I
Oh
see.
my god!
Oh God,
Stream
no,
post up.
no, get out!
Personal space, Shelms, please.
You have beautiful eyes.
Just like, wow, that's a very that's not very high. You very look standard definition. Okay.
Yeah. Your brows are pixelated, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
geez,
and
ASMR.
no one's put sparkles in your eyes. There's no twinkle there.
Invasive.
The truth is as clear to me as day. My faculties of observation have revealed it again.
What are you talking about?
You, Mr. Naruhodo, you have, this very morning, met with a surprise.
Oh God, he's done it again!
Well, is that not the case? Did you not say it out loud just a moment ago? Really, my dear fellow, barely warrants explanation. Firstly, your hair is particularly unkempt, somewhat reminiscent of a bird's nest. Secondly, you have neglected to fasten the third button of your jacket. Clearly, when considered together, these two facts point to you having been flustered this morning.
Can I talk now?
Absolutely not. But of course. Though I don't look for admiration, you understand. Please,
My hair
please admire
always
me.
looks
Please
like
admire me.
this way since I first met you.
Oh. It has?
And the button was ripped off last night, if you remember. By you.
Ooh.
Goodness me! Goodness me!
Oh, behave.
We have one brain cell.
It's getting hot in here.
Okay, pull off all your buttons.
Oh God. I did say this, sorry.
Have you
Oh,
pulled
sorry.
your button off?
Oh.
Yes, I recall the instant now.
We're doing well.
It was after supper. We'd eaten, had a few
So dumb.
lots of glasses of wine. As the evening advanced, I picked up my violin and began to play the wailing notes of a haunting tune. But then, to my utter dismay, the third string snapped! Is that what they're calling it these days? Why did it have to happen? Why? Little wonder then that in my vexation I grabbed the first button I saw and ripped it from its proper place! It's the fuck, my dude! I love you, but the fuck! I'm really
mad,
angry
bro.
and upset. Let me grab this button. Shred it.
Well, I'd like it back now, please. It's troubling me that I can't fasten my jacket.
Oh, my mouth is full of toast.
going well. I'm really
And it's-
enjoying this stream, guys.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And it's troubling me that you expect me to know where it is. Somewhere thereabouts on the floor, one presumes.
Oh,
Okay.
What matters
do
at
you
the present time? Sorry.
Sorry, no, carry on.
Mm-mm-mm.
Another bite of
Okay,
toast.
well, while they're chewing, an update on the podcast. It has now become less of a collective experience of like trans mask individuals, but now speculative fiction in the hope punk genre.
Ooh.
Oh, that
It
was
is
fast.
literally just one person just being like, "This is how I want it to be," and I'm just saying, like,
Spitballing.
"This is your project, babes." Like,
yes.
they just seem to like go post whatever they think in like a lot of messages, and I know I do that a lot of the time, but it's literally every second, babes. Like, I'm just like, come on. I'm just gonna fucking mute it. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. Have some peace.
Like, please, no. Cannot deal.
What matters at the present time, my dear fellow, is simply whether or not my deduction was an error. Was it? Shut up, Iris!
Harry, Bruno said it when he came in, didn't he?
No!
Stop being a rude motherfucker and taking credit for other people's work.
Shh.
Shh. I had a surprise this morning.
He was not paying attention. This ADHD man.
That really is a surprise! I love him so much. I can't take it.
Yes, this man is the pride of the British Empire. The famous consulting detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Can you hear the world weariness in my voice as I explain it to you? There can't be a single person in the world who doesn't know his name.
Alright then, enough of this silly conversation. Come and eat this bacon before it gets cold. I have a new herbal tea for you to try too. My latest blend. I promise it's not drugs this time.
This time.
I absolutely don't believe you. And I will absolutely be having some.
Technically, all tea is drugs.
And all drugs are tea?
No.
Damn it.
And here we have Iris Wilson, Mr. Jones's lodger and companion.
Natrasca, it's like we haven't ever played this game before.
So it's almost like there's been a really long gap between
It's like-
games.
Weird
I
exposition
have no
thing as
idea
well.
what you mean.
Weird.
Really
Wow.
exceptional
Oh,
young
my
girl who's
God.
the author of a highly successful serialization here in London. Yes, The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes is published
It's
in
the
Random Magazine.
smartest little baby.
Hmm. Indeed, Sholmes.
Sorry.
Oh, bless you. Fucking hell.
It's already on that coat.
He's he's going hard. That caramel's getting.
I was on the caramel. Yeah, sorry, pardon, caramel.
It'll be Coke in a few years' time, don't worry. So, Mr. Naruhodo, won't you put us out of our misery? What surprised you this fine morning? Imagine if I hadn't interrupted you and you'd been able to say this all 25 minutes ago.
Well, I received a letter from Japan.
From Susie, do you mean? Was it? Really?
That's right, and she had some rather startling news, in fact.
Face on Sholmes.
Intriguing indeed.
I like the soft lilac of his shirt.
Yes.
The gay colour.
Waistcoat.
Indeed.
Mhm.
You must tell us all about it over breakfast.
They said they styled his hair to look like a puff of smoke coming out of his pipe.
Oh.
Okay, it does look worryingly like what my hair looks like at the top, right?
Sholmes cosplay, where?
Sholmes cosplay, babe.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, fuck.
Sorry.
Oh yes! What fun!
Oh.
Converse.
Ooh.
We all good?
I still love that button is converse.
Yeah. Talk is too modern for
is
Great
too
Ace Attorney.
No,
Let's
it's converse.
Such a needlessly archaic. This is the letter that arrived from Japan this morning by international post.
Oh, how lovely! Look at Susie's beautiful hat. Fuck me.
Iris, where did you learn such words?
Oh, how lovely! Look at Susie's beautiful handwriting. I wish I could read it.
Oh, what?
Kanji.
It's in Japanese.
In
remember?
Japanese.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know that.
but
What do you think?
Iris-
Remember? Like I would know that. Oh shit! It's my line. And how is your judicial assistant faring? May I ask?
She's very well, thank you. In fact, according to what she's written, she actually appears as a lawyer in the Japanese Supreme Court in a case.
Yeah, did bitch.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, isn't she wonderful?
Yes. We are all in love with her. Cut above your good self, my dear fellow. Don't be offended.
I'm cases too, you know.
God, it's
Sounds
so.
like more than him.
In some moments, he is just so Phoenix.
Apparently, Mr. Natsume appeared in the trial as a witness.
Natsume. No, I don't recall that name.
Of course you do. We helped the man. Twice.
We did?
You know, in those 2 cases that took place on Briar Road 6 months ago.
Ah! The mustached twitchy man. With the somewhat feline eyes and the mustache. I'm not saying that I paid very, very close attention to his
Two mustaches, Herbie.
appearance.
Moustache man with a moustache. It's,
Mustache man with mustache.
Yes! Who could forget those 2 cases and those 2 mustaches? They made a very deep impression of me. Although I must confess, the details are a little hazy now. Whether it's the ADHD or the caramel, we may never know.
they say caramel is the first stepping stone.
What, to ADHD?
Yeah, that's how me and Elliot got it. Too much caramel as kids. Sorry, please continue.
A very deep impression they made on you, clearly.
So, what was this startling news penned by Miss Usato?
Do you remember the case of the haunted lodgings, Mr. Sholmes?
Ah, yes. It's very interesting, you know. I don't feel entirely certain that a case of that nature did not occur.
He's totally forgotten that.
Oh, this fucking bimbo of a man.
I like that at no point is anyone like, maybe you have a memory problem, given that this happened literally a couple of months ago and you have no recollection.
Anyway. Oh, goodness me. Anyway,
you?
in her letter, Mrs. Sato asked that we read over her case notes again and investigate further.
So it took place half a year ago. For what purpose?
Plot, man, plot!
Because of something that Mr. Natsume said to her, apparently. He suggested that the real reason why she was called back to Japan so suddenly might have something to do with that case of the haunted lodgings.
Wait, was there a case about haunted lodgings?
We haven't. We have.
This is the second case.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we've not done it yet.
Oh, we're flashing
characters-
back to it.
Yeah,
Okay.
the characters.
exactly.
The characters have done it, but we haven't.
Yeah,
Mm.
so
Gotcha.
we
Gotcha.
told the story in the first game. We told the story of the girl getting stabbed in the back.
Yes.
Outside the window. But there was
Yes.
a second case that happened that very same span of time.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
off camera
okay.
entirely.
Mm.
That's the one
Gotcha,
we're telling the
gotcha.
story of now.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Gracias. Oh.
On Mr. Natsume's return to Japan, Mrs. Sato's father questioned him about the case, she says. And something Mr. Natsume said appeared to trouble Professor Mikotoba, prompting him to send a telegram.
Hmm.
Oh, that case, yes.
Well, somebody remembers it.
It
Even
was
if,
very
like-
strange,
sorry.
wasn't it?
Sorry.
Yes. No, that was all me. Please continue.
Oh, hello, Tommy. Okay. Sorry.
I just love the fact that nobody can remember this haunted house case. Like, you
Yeah.
get so many haunted house cases in a year. Of course, no one can remember what happened. Even I was
It's a
just
very
like,
common case.
"Oh,
What are you talking
that
about?
case."
This is probably one of many.
Yes.
I had compiled the whole story into a nice, neat manuscript ready for publication, too.
You mean you wrote about it and you still don't remember it?
She remembers
But then
it.
Hurley here was all
Come on.
funny about it, remember? He was very mean. Was kind of a bitch.
I have never been a bitch once in my life.
You're always a bitch. Constantly. It's exhausting.
Being a bitch right now.
And what?
Anyway.
That story must not be published, you said. Very mysteriously as well.
Really? I said that, are you sure?
Yeah, but does sound like something you'd say.
Do you
Is it?
perhaps know something about it as well, Mr. Shaw?
What? No. What?
About why Mrs.
No.
Sato was suddenly told 4 months ago that she had to return to Japan?
What? No. Who? What? No.
It's very
Susato.
convincing.
Susato San? Who? I only know one guy named Sam, and he's not in Japan. I'm so funny.
It's been 4 months now since we waved Susie off at Dover. It was such a shock, wasn't it? The way she just suddenly announced he had to go back to Japan.
Indeed it was. Due to a telegram she received from her homeland, I believe. So you remember that?
That's right. Telling her to return urgently.
Yes, because her father had passed away.
No. It just said he was suffering from a high fever, the cause of which was unknown. He's not dead.
Oh, how disappointing.
But according to this
Yeah.
letter,
What did I do?
that news about her father's
You
fever
turned me down
is just a ruse.
for a judge, and I've been upset ever since.
A ruse!
A ruse, I love that. Sorry. That was beautifully done. That was beautifully, said. I don't know the
Thank
word.
you. I try my best.
Delivered!
What? Thank you.
Beautifully delivered!
Thank you.
Sorry.
Why is the word? I hate the word "daddy" in every single context.
So Susie's daddy lied to her, so she'd make the voyage back home.
That was awful. Oh my god.
That was shady.
Yeah.
Why would
Shady
he
son
do
of a bit.
that?
Nakatoba.
I have to admit, I have absolutely no idea. But she believes it's almost certainly related to the case of the haunted lodgings. Summoning her back to Japan so suddenly like that. I wonder what Mr. Sato's father is hiding.
Hallie, do you know what it's all about?
What? No.
But how the fuck did you
I'm
get
leaving.
dressed so quickly?
I'm leaving. Goodbye. Don't know anything about it. Bye.
Oh, Tim's quick change artist.
Well, who can say? You. That's the point of the question.
What? But you said...
Please. I have engagements, my dear fellow. None of them to women.
Oddly specific of you.
My calendar is quite surprisingly full today. A stringent analysis of the matter will be excessive, I feel, even if I were quite at leisure. So, man the fault in my absence, won't you, Iris?
I will, Hallie, don't worry. See you later.
Bye!
There he goes.
I love you, bye.
I love you, bye!
He's scuttled off rather quickly there.
What? No, I didn't.
Yes,
You saw nothing. You perceived nothing. Nothing strange happened.
did.
Everything is 9. Everything is
We
normal.
saw everything.
This is fine.
I think perhaps Professor Mikatoba isn't the only person hiding something here.
Oh, there's nothing in my pockets.
Wow,
This
who
isn't
knows,
illegal.
okay.
Soseki-san was involved in 2 cases, but only one of them was forbidden from being published. By, of all people, Mr. Shom.
Aha! I found them at last.
Iris, are they?
The notes about the case. That's right. Susie and I compiled them together.
And now our flashback can begin.
Case of the haunted lodgings. Do you want to read them, Runa?
Absolutely. Thank you, Iris. I have no idea what secrets could still be hiding in the shadows of this case. But perhaps if I read over the notes again, something might come to light.
That's the
Hiding in the
spirit.
Brandish his gun.
Yeah, Brandish's gun.
And so, Iris and I decided to read over the case notes again together. Everything from what had happened, to our investigation, and that fierce battle in court that followed. Reliving every detail. Just need to find a clue.
In a flashback.
All the time in the world. Because of course, I'm no longer allowed to practice law in the courts of Great Britain.
He's been barred.
Ooh.
Disbarred
Oh,
after
rip.
the incidents with McGilded.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was 6 months ago. A mysterious incident that unfolded on the wintry streets of London. A young woman was found lying on the snowy pavement of Briar Road with a knife in her back.
Wait, what?
Fortunately, her life was spared, but she was unconscious for several days following the incident.
This is the one we played, this one.
Yeah.
The woman on the street.
Yeah.
He's
I thought we
laying
were-
groundwork. Shh.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
The fog was thick and nobody saw her attack her, but by a cruel twist of fate, a visiting Japanese student was walking behind her at the time and was duly arrested. That man was Soseki-san, and the man who effected his arrest was Mr. Shams.
Idiot.
Believing in our compatriot's innocence, Susato-san and I decided to represent Soseki-san in court. And after a grueling trial of many twists and turns, we finally managed to prove his innocence.
Joyful, joyous, jubilant, jubilation.
Was the man's reaction after the trial, but his jubilant jubilation was short-lived. We received a telegram from Mr. Sholmes the following morning. The victim of the Briar Road stabbing has regained consciousness. Hurry to Bart's at once. So Susato sent and I summoned the handsome and headed immediately to the hospital. I'm sorry, summoned a what?
Handsome cab.
Oh,
It's a taxi. It's a taxi. It's a horse-drawn taxi cab.
yeah.
Called a handsome.
Never in my 27
handsome
years on this
full.
earth have I known that it was called that.
Well, somebody didn't read Black Beauty
Had
obsessively as a
different
child, did they?
No, I didn't.
If I remember
That's a
correctly, it's one of
rat.
those. It's like a really small one that like maybe you fit like 2 people in it. It's rather than like a normal 4-person carriage, so not like the one McGill
Oh,
did.
like a
in
like
the
a put kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me find a picture. Oh yeah. So yeah, exactly like a tuk-tuk but horse-drawn. Copy image. It's going to be tiny and pathetic.
Man, what
but
the fuck is going on in that hospital? There's a rat.
There's a rat in just straight up.
Oh, he's a cutie.
That's
And
my pet.
ready.
a strange. Ooh.
A
Hi.
strange, and then
Strange
Sholmes
rat.
appears on the screen.
Yeah.
Sholmes has got this suspicious guy music.
Sorry. There you are at last.
Good morning, Mr. Sholmes.
I think not.
Oh, Susato!
Susato! Yay!
I'm here. Don't worry.
My love. You're late! What on earth took you so long?
Your telegram only arrived at 5 o'clock, Mr. Sholmes, and it's a 20-minute ride to hospital.
That's right, and it's 5:30 now. I think we made very good time.
Time is utterly irrelevant! The fact is, I have been waiting for what has felt like an eternity!
Ha!
And, point of fact, I myself was awoken at 4 this morning by a telegram boy. And feeling it was somewhat unjust that I alone had been roused at such an hour, I sent one to you.
He's so
How gracious of you.
vindictive.
Because you little bitch! You're such a bitch!
Well, thanks for that.
Love him so much. Anyway, here now, so, victim is over there. She's only just regained consciousness. You mean in that empty bed? Oh, no, there she is.
You were saying?
Of course, the game decides to make a liar out of you.
For fuck's sake. I give so much of my time and dedication to this game, and look how it repays me. You should introduce yourself, sir. I shall observe from here.
So that's the lady who was found on the snow-covered pavement with a knife in her back.
She's a very
Her name
round
is-
little thing. I love her.
Ah, yes. Here we are, Miss Green.
Miss Green.
Miss
Makes sense.
That's what I was talking
Examine
about.
the
weird
rats.
statue. What the fuck is that?
Ratty.
Yeah, what is that?
This.
It's like the Michelin. It's like
Okay,
the
let's-
Michelin Man, but like 100 years too early.
okay, we've got a few things
Yeah,
to
that's what I was
examine.
thinking.
I'm going to look at the rat
Actually, not 100
first.
years too early.
Sorry, the mouse.
A mouse, Mr. Naruhodo, an enormous mouse.
No, I think it's a
A
rat.
rat. Susato. It's a rat.
Vermin? In a hospital? That doesn't seem the best.
But it looks like a very healthy specimen, doesn't it? It's very plump.
Yes, it's been eating all the dead bodies.
I'm not sure we can say that's down to the excellence of this facility, if that's what you were thinking.
Oh, is that it?
Wow, it's very,
Okay.
very short, very abrupt.
Just leave the rat there.
Yes.
Mouse.
This rounded wooden figure isn't the most charming, is it?
I don't think that's decoration, Mr. Naruhodo. It's an artist's mannequin, I believe, used when practicing sketching the human form in different poses.
Really? Exactly what you'd call a typical figure for that purpose, though, is it?
No, I suppose not. I confess I've never seen one quite so full-figured before.
She's so polite. I love her.
Well, if you want to draw a full-figured person, is the right tool for the job.
There you
Strange.
go.
Yeah. If you're-
anything else we should look at?
Well, there's an
Rubens,
artist's easel there.
if you're Rubens.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Rubens.
Can't actually examine the easel.
No,
Look
you
at
can
this.
examine the
Unusual.
strange photo.
Look, there's a photograph in this frame here.
Oh yes, it's a picture of a young gentleman.
It looks to be about the same age as my screen, I would say. Perhaps the young woman's special someone, do you think?
It's a lot of personal effects for someone who's
My,
only been
Mr.
in.
Naruhodo. I didn't know you had a sense for manners of the heart.
I'm gay, not a prude.
Bless.
Not in the least. I sincerely said the first thing I thought of.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess we'll talk to her then.
I'm unreasonably
yeah.
proud of that ad lib.
That was
good,
beautiful.
It was good.
That was amazing.
Good morning.
Oh, who wants to be
Oh, she's
Miss
a
Miss
voice.
Green?
It's very despondent.
Oh, dear.
Sad baby.
Hello. I am Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan.
Why does she look like a spinning top?
Yeah, I mean the hair looks a bit like a Magatama.
Why she got a key around her neck?
I was going to say, listen.
Oh, that is a question, actually.
Hmm. And all her clothes.
I still
have,
think
like,
that statue behind her
cutouts
is
on them.
her.
I also
It's a
just
mansion
I like.
of herself.
You're right about her hair. It kind of looks like you could, if you lifted it, the top of her head would pop off. Anyway.
Yeah.
Would anybody like? Shall I step in? I don't mind.
Oh, please do.
Go for
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
Hang on. Okay.
You've done this. You've done this to yourself.
Oh no! Was it your knife? That's you, the man who. I don't know.
No. I'm a lawyer.
Worse, I'm a lawyer.
And also, a Japanese man didn't stab you.
And I'm Susato Mitogaba. Pleased to meet you.
Oh no! Was it your knife then? Are you?
No. I assure you, I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. We heard that you'd regained consciousness and wanted to come give you our best wishes.
Best wishes for me? Thank you. I'm Olive. Olive Green. Olive Green.
Oh.
Of course you are.
Olive
No,
green.
Of
you're,
course you are.
you're olive green. Your shirt is olive green.
I'm an artist. Well, no, that's not right, is it? What I mean is, I'm trying to be an artist.
What's on the painting that's on the floor? Did we look at that? Sorry.
What? Oh,
No, we
no,
didn't.
actually.
Next to the easel.
I didn't even see it.
It's the same way we did the easel.
Well, what I really mean is, I desperately want to be an artist. But the truth is, I don't have any talent. I know I don't.
Oh,
It's no wonder I was stabbed in the back.
Oh my god!
Baby, oh god.
It was such a horrible artist. Someone saw my show and trailed me. Wanted to make sure
All the way
I
up.
never inflicted my art upon the world again. Yikes.
Don't think that's related, actually.
Gosh, this young woman seems to bend over backwards to put herself down.
Rude.
just repeat about what happened from her perspective.
Pineapples. Hasn't happened yet, but I feel it coming.
To suddenly be struck in the back by a blade as you are walking on the pavement. What a terrible experience you had, Miss Green.
Oh. It was so cold that day. The fog was so thick, I couldn't see a thing. That was 4 days ago now, I think. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. I'm afraid you've been comatose that entire time. Just me adding an extra word there.
But the case has been solved, hasn't it? While I've been here in hospital, I mean.
Indeed it has, my dear madam. Spectacularly, by none other than I, Sherlock Holmes.
Who?
I mean, Sherlock Holmes. Shut up.
Mr. Sholmes, as you well know, it was Mr. Naruhodo's hard work in court that solved that case.
Are you
No.
yet to hear what has happened, Miss Green?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A gentleman from the police force is supposed to be coming to fill me in shortly.
Don't listen to him. He's a liar.
Oh, I see. A cab.
Me coming around seems to have made everyone frantically busy. I'm so sorry. I should never have regained consciousness. Selfish of me.
Oh my god!
Oh no! We're all so relieved that you're on the mend, Miss Green. Really, we are.
With that kind of attitude, maybe her surname should be Blue, not Green.
Oh, you're so funny, Naruhodo.
I guess, thank you. So, you're an artist, are you, Miss Green?
No, I couldn't possibly claim that. I'm a fledgling artist at best. I mean, I'm a student of art, really, at the Thorndike Academy of Fine Arts.
Oh my! An Academy of Fine Arts! Great Britain is such a wonderful country.
Don't get too excited. Tell me, Miss Green. Do you live hereabouts?
Oh, no, actually. I don't deserve it, but I have a little flat on Brixton Road.
I see. Very interesting.
Oh! Is it?
Brixton is some 10 stops away on the underground from here. And Thorndike Academy is a mere 3-minute walk from Brixton town centre.
Does that matter, Mr. Jones?
Perhaps not. But Briar Road is a far less salubrious part of town by comparison, dwelt in by those of inferior means, including the maleficent Mr. Moustache.
Jesus.
Maleficent Mr. Moustache.
That sounds like the title of a book.
There's a next cosplay.
Inferior means? I suppose Asaki-san does fit the bill.
It struck me as somewhat out of the ordinary for a young fine arts student to be walking in such a district. That's all. That's all.
What's this? She suddenly climbed up.
Mr. Sholmes, you should be ashamed of yourself, prying into a young maiden's private affairs.
Ah! Oh, dear me. Do forgive me.
If you don't mind, I'm being discharged shortly, so I need to pack up my things.
Stop
Oh,
asking me
yes,
about
of
what I
course.
was doing and where I was. It's not going to be
Not
important
important.
later or anything.
Oh, yes, of course. We won't keep you. Thank you so much, Miss Green.
Goodbye.
You just
Pineapple.
Is there a
Is there-
Mr. Narrow Fodder here? Mr.
Mr.
Narrow
Narrow
Fodder?
Yeah.
Narrow Fodder now? Well, if you're looking for Narrow Hodo, the lawyer, that's me, but... Oh! Mr. Narrow Fodder. Good. This is for you.
Oh.
It's a message from Mr. Saucy Nutmeg.
Saucy nutmeg.
Oh, saucy nutmeg.
Saucy nutmeg.
Nutmeg supposed to be. Oh, Natsume, of course.
Saseki Natsume.
Well, gee, you were right. There's your pineapple moment.
Thanks. I hate it.
Beautiful. Amazing.
Mr. Natsume sent a message to me?
But why would a policeman be delivering a message from Mr. Natsume?
Because
I
he
hope
done
he's
got
not
arrested
innocent again.
again.
Get arrested. Dumb son of a bitch.
Oh dear.
Exactly.
We-
What's going on?
We literally just got him out of prison.
You guys are so smart, and yet it's not clear to you at all what's happened. Somehow.
What is Scotland Yard Constable doing playing delivery boy at this time in the morning?
Forgive them for still having hope.
Oh, what are you waiting for? Let me see that. Why is it in Japanese? Someone translate.
Oh,
Well, this is most unexpected.
is something wrong, Mr. Sholmes?
It's in Japanese. Is something wrong, Mr. Sholmes? He says. Have you not seen this note?
No, because you took
Clearly in
it off me
code.
literally taking the words straight out of my mouth. No, how could I have? You took it off me before I ever got the chance to bloody
It would
read it.
seem that London's criminals have no intention of letting the great detective rest. A new case calls. Case of murder, no less. You must depart at once.
Murder!
Call a cab. Time is of the essence.
But the trouble is, we've yet to read Mr. Natsume's note. I was thinking we ought to pay him a visit in his lodgings once we did.
That will be entirely convenient.
Convenient? What do you mean?
Because he's in fucking jail.
It's all here in the note, my dear fellows. The murder happened at his lodgings. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that is the line. Okay.
Yeah.
The murder we must investigate took place at Mr. Moustache's lodgings.
Asp.
Wait.
Jerry sounds, Jerry sounds.
I'll hail a fiacre.
Fiacre?
I'll get a cab.
Okay.
Yes! It's not handsome this time.
I have never come across that word before.
It's a different brand.
A small four-wheeled carriage for public hire.
Ooh.
It's almost the opposite of handsome, whereas handsome is like tall and narrow for two people. Fiacre is low and wide for multiple people.
Also, a hansom has two wheels, a fiacre is four.
Yes,
Ooh.
yes, exactly.
Nice.
I feel on...
Education.
Wait, how's this pronounced?
That is-
Fiacre. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's literally
fiacre.
taken from the Irish word. Or the Irish
Is
name.
it?
Well, by the pronunciation of it, it is. Like, fiacre. Fiacre is how you say it in Irish.
Mm. Though it's also a French thing, Hôtel Saint-Fiacre. And in Vienna it's called a
Yeah,
fiacre.
that actually sounds a little bit more appropriate if it's from French.
I don't know that it is. I'm just reading.
Yeah, no, it isn't quite literally a French word.
Oh, yeah, but
French
one of
coach for hire
three-
named
three-
the Hotel Saint-Fiacre, as you were saying,
But-
in Paris,
yeah.
where it was first introduced in the 1640s.
But Fiacre is also one of three Irish saints known as Saint.
Yeah, fiacre.
So it's one of those weird words that's. Oh, the Hotel de Saint-Fiacre, a town in Paris operating horse-drawn carriage service from the 1640s, itself named after the Irish saint. But it is the Irish. That's the Irish that then moved into the French, and then because those cabs were being served from that hotel, they became called after that.
Never let it be said that these streams are not educational.
There is so much going on right now.
I love that so much, though. Language is so fun.
Speaking of language, I need to do my Duolingo.
Well remembered.
Thanks, I tried.
It was only yesterday that Soseki-san was in court and we were dispelling doubts about his innocence. And now, the very next day, there's a murder at the man's own address.
Well, hopefully you can't be accused of this one as he's been in trial.
He may very well be the unluckiest man alive.
Well, he is cursed, right? Cursed by the Reaper. The fact that he's still alive is
True.
pretty fortunate.
Or so it seemed to us at the time, but we were soon to discover it was worse than we thought.
No. Somehow he has got himself accused of this murder.
How? He's been he was in prison.
Yeah, I know, but if anyone could get themselves accused of murder,
Alex. They arrest first and ask questions later.
God.
Also, if anyone was ever going to incriminate themselves,
oh God,
Shakespeare man is dead.
Oh God, did he die?
Well, he looks dead.
What on earth?
Shargos.
The gentleman is deceased without question. He's dead.
Has anybody tried poking him?
Yeah.
Soseki, what are you doing here?
Whoa, fancy seeing you, you crazy son of a bitch.
Fancy seeing you in your own house.
Sorry, I was literally mid Duolingo.
Sorry.
Locum student, Mr. Natrasca Esquire.
It's so
Oh,
good.
babes.
Just having the worst day.
Is there nothing?
It's all those weeks you just need to end.
Why? Why is this happening? Why it's me? I've only just got out of court yesterday. I was finally home after 2 days of misery. Until I wake up next day to this. No early bird should catch a worm like this. Woeful worm without a wing. I really fucking hope my flatmates can't hear that.
This voice is excellent, though. Just, you know, as a general FYI. Like,
I try
top,
my best. Also,
top notch.
Ooh. Ow.
Oh dear.
Oh, it's me. Fuck. I see you're in high spirits again this morning, Mr. Mustache.
I can't scream that loudly. Not the horrible Sherlock Holmes! Shove off! Show yourself the door! I never invited you!
Mr. Sholmes came here with us.
I would love to throw him out the door.
I'm quite sure he'll be able to help you, Mr. Natsume.
I am entirely at your disposal, Mr. Mustache. What can I do for you?
Maybe stop calling him Mr. Mustache.
Don't be silly.
Hey!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Here they are. Well. Here they are. Already.
What's always said?
What's always
You see-
said?
You
The
catch that game
busybodies.
last night?
Seen that ludicrous display last night.
last night?
What was Arsenal thinking?
What was Wenger thinking? They didn't walk on that early. thing about Arsenal is they always try and walk
Always
in.
try and walk it in.
Always try and walk in. This will make us into to real men.
No, Sholmes. It doesn't.
Inspector Gregson. What a pleasant surprise.
Pleasant, is it? Gives me heartburn every time I see your face at a crime scene, Sholmes.
Good. I deduce, Inspector, that your heartburn is a result of your excessive consumption of fried food.
You are probably right.
I'm always right. I'm always right.
Good morning, Inspector.
This is a crime scene! Don't you go touching anything.
But what if I want to? What
No.
if I already touched 5 things?
No!
It's too late.
Fingerprinting technology isn't really here at the moment. So yeah, just rub your entire face all over the crime scene.
Thanks. How did you know that's what I wanted to do? You know me so well.
Or good morning to you too, Sunshine.
Well, what a scene we have
time
here.
to investigate. Let's
Yeah.
poke the dead body.
Poke the
Poke
body
it.
first.
Poke it with a stick.
Hey, I said hands off! You're gonna mess up my crime scene!
Tough shit.
Oh, no, I just wanted to look. That's all.
No chance. I know your kind. You'll mess it up just by looking at it.
Is this racism or anti-lawyerism?
It could be either.
It sounds like lawyerism. I'm going to be kind to him and say he doesn't want lawyers poking around in his crime scene.
Yeah. Which I would agree with if he wasn't so shit at his job that he desperately needs lawyers poking around in his crime scene to actually achieve anything.
You what, mate?
Yeah, you heard me! You heard me!
There's
There's, suddenly some bad air in here.
Okay.
Don't you know this is a hint about the carbon monoxide poisoning?
all right. Sounds like I'd better talk to the
I called
inspector
it from
first
day
and try to
fucking
curry
one.
some favor.
You did. We talked about this in depth.
Alright, shall we talk to Gregson?
No! Hate that bastard.
Yes. Yeah, no, I like him.
Yes.
So, Inspector, what is the victim's name? Who was he?
Mr. William Shamspeare.
I'll let you know now, his spear was no sham.
He was a lodger here. As you can probably
Obviously.
tell, he was an actor. A bit of a
This
dead
is not-
loss as it happens. Or
This is not
Just dead.
the only place he lodged.
Mhm.
Wink, wink.
dead.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Mr. Shamspeare.
Wow, 4 people on screen at once in Ace Attorney. Are we sure it can handle it?
Well, they immediately removed
I mean-
Saseki.
Yeah, I was going to say
She
Susaki's
is.
standing in front of Saseki, so he's no longer there.
It was a landlord, old Mr. Garadeb, and other lodger, Mr. Natsume, who found him. The fella didn't rise at his usual hour, so Garadeb got worried and kicked the door down.
Gary Deb? He's in a wheelchair!
Garadeb.
But doesn't Mr. Gary Dev have a bad leg?
Ah, yeah, you're right there. It was that jittery Japanese hunchback over there who actually did the kicking.
Pineapples.
Such a way with words. Really? Saseki-san?
The victim was pretty hard up, it seems. Even done some time inside for petty crimes. He had no
Haven't
money,
we all?
no place to go, no friends. His only acquaintances were the people in this house. A miserable life, and a miserable end to it.
That is quite sad, to be fair.
Yeah.
Sounds like my
So,
life.
what exactly is Mr. Natsume still doing here?
You have friends? What the
He's not
fuck?
involved in the investigation, so...
Friends.
Right here!
Shut up, I know! I just went about not interacting with anyone outside of your house. I love you so much.
Cool.
Me too.
He's not involved in the investigation, so shouldn't you have sent him away from the crime scene?
Well, I'm not saying it's because the fella looks odd or anything, or that he acts suspicious. But I thought it would be prudent to take a statement from the cohabiter.
You've made your mind up already, haven't you?
No one is surprised.
You nearly said culprit there, didn't you?
Oh dear. Mr. Natsumi appears to be under suspicion again, despite being in fucking prison.
It certainly seems that way. He does just come across as such an odd fellow, doesn't he?
Watch it, Twink.
Oh man. How unfortunate.
Anyway, I can't say much till the coroner gets here. But I don't think the fella's been a goner that long. The body's still warm.
Oh, that's lovely.
Fresh flesh.
Even if the inspector would allow it, I don't think I would bring myself to look at the body.
Flesh. Do you poor man
Can
do
we-
this?
Shall we talk to
What's
Natsume?
Can we see? Yeah.
Let's
Oh.
talk to Natsume.
I love how
okay.
he's just fucking like it's. He's
You
just,
okay?
He looks like someone's body slammed him into the table. He's got stuck there.
I would love to know how this man died.
Hmm.
Yeah, same.
He's not dead, he's right in front of you.
Quite
That's how
terrible.
you've been folded.
You
Right,
didn't.
I'm so
I
sorry.
just rolled my eyes.
Thank you. I'm here all week. Anyway, it's only been 3 days since I was arrested for the incident on the pavement outside. And then, having finally regained my freedom, it starts happening all over again. Endless existence of excruciating experiences.
You're good
So
at
the
that.
victim lived there on the ground floor, and your room is just 1 story up, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. In a way, we were neighbours, I suppose.
That is the definition of neighbour, yes.
So did you know the victim? Were you friends?
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no.
You could call it that.
No.
Guess you could call it that.
Innocent enough question, wasn't it? Why does he seem so shaken by it?
Well, I suppose he wasn't a complete stranger. But did he ever invite me to his room? Never.
The lady
What?
doesn't so much be
I swear it.
We kissed on the
What
lips,
an
but he never once
extreme
brought me back to his
reaction.
place.
Just say you're gay, babes.
Yeah.
You're probably wishing you'd never asked now, aren't you, Mr. Naruhodo?
When we found him here, I felt wretched. Which is why I sent word asking you to come. Through that inspector over there.
Okay, bye.
Disguise. Wow.
But look at that.
What a pose, Mr. Shermans. What a pose.
Act casual.
There's nothing to see here.
You okay up
Nothing to see
there?
here.
Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing?
Showing off my ankles. You need only observe to know it, my dear fellow. investigating, naturally.
There's nothing natural about that pose.
Jones, have you made some miraculous discovery? I feel like I should know better by now.
Yes, it's very sweet, very endearing. Patience. My dear madam, patience. We've not been here in this room 5 minutes. So far, what I've managed to deduce is what actually happened.
My goodness. I wasn't looking at the screen. But... Sorry. But isn't that everything we need to know, Mr. Jones?
Now that you propose the idea, I believe one could indeed see it that way. At the present time, I have managed to draw 2 incontrovertible conclusions, which we are about to immediately disprove with help from Renosuke. The first, that there was a physical struggle here last night, in which the victim fought for his life.
Saseki
Saseki, are you okay? My little dude?
Never.
What's happened? Yeah, foolish question.
What noise did he even make? I missed it entirely.
He went,
Ah!
Let's go with that.
Natsume-san, what's wrong? Is something that Mr. Shum said significant somehow?
No, don't mind me. Forget I was even here.
My second conclusion is that there was a poison lingering in the air here last night, past the victim's lips.
Oh, not incorrect.
Nonsense!
Alright, Mr. Natsume, why are you reacting so extremely to Mr. Shum's deductions?
Because of
"Very
bollocks!
sensitive, you man."
Please! Pretend I'm not here. Invisible, ineffable, inscrutable, insignificant.
Impossible to ignore.
You must tell us everything, Mr. Jones. Spare no detail.
He hasn't got shit, has he?
No,
But of
he's got
course.
stuff.
It's just all bollocks, except it's not, but it sort of is, but it sort of isn't, but it is, etc. Forever. Okay, hold on, I need to sit upright. I've slid.
Oh.
Ah,
Yeah.
ah. No! It's fine. Oh! I saved the cup. I saved the mug.
Jesus.
Hey, caramba. Okay, sorry, team. I'm back. Let the theatrical tragedy before us be unravelled by my great deductions, presented for your pleasure in 2 acts. Ah, this familiar old thing. This old hat.
We've heard some truly astounding great deductions from Mr. Shums in the past. No doubt this will be no exception. What miracles will unfold before our eyes this time?
Typing it up.
Let's do it, come on. Let's go.
So, my dear fellows, for your delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Sherlock Holmes's Logic and Reasoning Spectacular! Act 1.
I have missed this.
There we go.
I love my little baby hembo boy.
Topic 1. Cause of death.
Careful observation of the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in this disconsolate room last night. Foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate, which contains, you will observe,
Cheese.
1/2 of a sizable bar of soap. Meaningful? Indubitably. Why was he eating soup? Soap.
Soap was kind of I mean, it was animal fat based, so I guess you could eat it
Why
if
have
pressed.
seats?
Yeah.
I have questions. Was it from Lush? 'Cause
Why?
sometimes I get things from Lush and I think that we should eat.
I'm trying to think of what's the substance called, Alex?
Tallow.
That's it. Thank you. I'm here in my home going like la tal. Tallow, that's it. Candles, soaps.
So Sholmes is going to deduce that the victim ate soap and died.
Shh.
Because he's silly.
Why is this soap set so purposefully upon the dish? Like the victim's last supper, in fact. Yes. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer. Are you alright there, Saseki? It appears the young man's appetite was his undoing. Taking up arms in the form of his cutlery, the victim engaged in a deadly battle for his life. Yet the struggle against his hunger was in vain, for in the end, he couldn't resist devouring the slippery feast.
So he's
I like
saying
how
that the
deduction
struggle for his
is-
life was with trying to nail down the bar of soap,
Yeah.
assuming
Maybe.
that it is.
I like how deduction flashes in the corner like reenactment.
Yes.
Mm.
It's also like
It's also
really
not
obviously.
reenactment, it's a deduction, so you know it's the fake one.
I like how obviously that cup is clearly tipped over and the soap could have just fallen from the cup onto the plate, but whatever. London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. Yes. The victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate. Flash up the exclamation, question mark, in case you think this was real. The soap and the lather about the young man's mouth are too perfectly matched to ignore.
Seems doubtful.
The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to excessive ingestion of foul soap.
That's the worst suggestion he's had yet.
Yeah, I think it's getting worse.
Getting worse.
So,
Oh my god.
though personally, I have greater interest in the taste of foul candle wax, of course. Is that a hint to the tallow thing we've just talked about?
I'm very surprised if it actually is soap.
Yeah, I sincerely get that it actually is.
Like 2, suicide or murder. Cause of death identified. We proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. Was this suicide or murder? Alright, shifty Saseki over there.
Neither. It was death by misadventure.
The audience will recall the death occurred during the victim's last supper.
That's a phrase, isn't it?
Did the man dine and die
Yeah,
alone?
Death by Misadventure. It's what happened to what's his face from oh god, which band is it? I can't remember. One of the bands.
Yes.
Not Slip.
It's also-
Not
it's-
Slipknot. I'm gonna go.
Linkin Park.
Maybe.
Wait, what are we talking about? I
Death
don't-
by Misadventure.
Why do I know that?
It's
Okay.
often it's in it's basically accidental death.
Oh, so you weren't talking about a song? Okay.
I mean, it probably
Oh,
is
no.
a song as well.
Oh, it's a crime podcast.
Sorry, did you say this one?
No, sorry, I got distracted. Googling death by misadventure.
Yeah.
Explosive collar? Sorry. Did the man dine and die alone? This single teacup suggests the answer. To draw a conclusion on such meek evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. The careful criminal could have absconded with his own cup to cover his tracks. Saseki. Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah.
Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock.
Jones.
Though forced open now, at the time of the incident, this door was locked,
Oh.
and the sole key was in the victim's pocket. In other words, when the victim consumed the poison, he must have been alone. Alone with his inferior soap, from whence wafted an inferior scent. And with that acrid aroma lingering in the air, the victim met his end in tragic solitude. You can take comfort only in the fact that his soul was well cleansed on its way to the hereafter.
Suicide or murder? No.
This concludes the final act of Sherlock Holmes's great deduction.
Well, just as batshit as usual.
Indeed.
Hmm.
There's just one thing, Mr. Sholmes.
You are disposed to identifying just one thing, aren't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Pray, what concerns you?
Well, no matter how hungry he was, do you really think the man would have eaten soap?
It's quite apparent that the man had barely a penny to his name. Sorry. It's a curious thing, but to one so destitute, soap can suddenly appear quite irresistibly appetizing.
How extraordinary.
Just out that, please do take it.
Oh. Yeah?
Sure, that might as well happen.
Unsurprising.
In truth, I have tried a little soap myself in the past.
Of course you have. You've eaten it, you mean?
My dear fellow. My dear fellow, it was quite some time ago now. My postulation was that it would cleanse my gut.
And did it?
As I writhed in agony on the floor and spilled the contents of my stomach, yes, I believe it did. The experience taught me a valuable lesson. Soap is quite poisonous. It has an unpleasant taste and leads to great discomfort. In summary, I cannot recommend it.
Believe me, I wouldn't eat it even if I did.
There's something that troubles me as well, actually.
Oh, what's that?
Oh no, he's eating the soap again.
It's Mr. Natsume.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I couldn't help but notice him shuddering and quivering out of the corner of my eye and also right in front of my face. Almost just as if Mr. Sholmes' deductions touched a nerve somehow.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be,
suspicious.
Nonsense.
That man is acting sus as fuck.
This is most sus.
Oh, that clenched teeth episode didn't last.
I think, judging by Mr. Natsume's reaction, the great detective's deductions may need some gentle corrections in order to reach the actual truth. You know, for
Oh,
once.
you don't say.
For once.
Once, maybe.
Yes, Mr. Sholmes' observations and deductions are sometimes a little too sharp.
Yeah, it's like a dart that you try to throw at a target and instead throw out a window.
He has a tendency to hit the nail on the side of the head and drive it in at an obtuse angle. he does that, it falls to us to straighten things out.
All right, let's do it.
We're not even straight.
Alright then, let's see what we can do.
Yes, we must pick out the keywords in Mr. Sholmes's quite brilliant deductions and discreetly exchange them for something that makes a little more sense. If we can do that, I'm sure we'll arrive at what Mr. Holmes meant to say in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
You know me so well. In that case, are you ready for a second performance of the day? Once again, my dear fellows, for your continued delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Sherlock Sholmes's Logic and Reasoning Spectacular, Act 1.
My turn.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Mm.
Careful observation of the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in this disconsolate room last night. Poem at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. What's that, Saseki?
Seki.
Yep,
Excellent.
yep, yep.
We notice a large dining plate, which contains, you'll observe, 1/2 of a sizable bar of soap. Meaningful? Indubitably. Why is the soap set so purposely on the bottom of the dish? Like the victim's last supper, in fact. Yes. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer. Does it, though?
You can't deny that a fork implies the man is eating something, or about to eat something.
Yes, that's true. If I were to decide to eat some soap, I would prefer to use a fork than attempt it with chopsticks.
And of course, only half of the bar of soap is left on the plate.
But might there not be some other explanation? Something material that proves whether or not the man really ate some soap.
If we can do a little
Are there
Zoom
fork
around.
marks?
So
I am
fork marks in
interested.
the
Can you turn around? How much can you turn around?
This is as
There's like
much
a
as I
little
get.
bit of soap over there.
There's the other half
There
of the
is.
soap, yeah.
Other piece
Why is
of
it over
soap.
there?
Also, if he was
Broken
eating it with a fork, there'd be time marks in the soap.
Yeah. Also, I think he has costume jewelry on him. You can't see it, but like the couple of times we've panned past him, he's had costume jewelry on his person. I feel like you could pawn that for something,
Mm.
even if
Right.
it's
Oh, I
not
see.
that valuable. You could still sell it.
This is once again a step ahead of the game here. Like,
Look, there's more soap on the floor here. Mr. Shamspeare must really have loved this stuff.
Let's not jump to conclusions, Mr. Naruhodo. Look closely at
it's
this
Mr.
soap.
Sholmes's job.
Do you see how it would fit together perfectly with the half bar on the table?
What the? How can that be?
How can be? I think that they are two halves of the same bar that broke apart.
So he didn't eat it because it's over here.
Yeah.
No, he's shouting.
You could have literally just like looked over the
Boy.
table.
Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course. The other piece of soap reveals the answer.
No. Don't talk such bollocks. It being the other half of the soap on the table. Oh, I see. Sorry. It being the other half of the soap on the table. In short, Tim was not eating soap at all. But it's obvious, really. For no depths of hunger could drive any man to attempt to eat soap.
This guy's eyes.
The fuck are you on about?
Even I, with my unquenchable thirst for practical knowledge, took only a single bite.
Bro, are you fucking serious right now? But that
Apparently I
begs the
was not.
question of how the man was poisoned, because there's no sign of any food on the table.
Excellent observation, Mr. Naruhodo. And one that furnishes us with the answer we seek.
Oh, these facial expressions are in the stick. Yeah, they're exceptional.
Yeah.
London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison.
shown
Foul
to be
poison.
just
I imagine
agreed
it
to
was
be
made
depleted.
with, what was it
Yes.
called? Was it made with lye?
Yes.
That was it. Which is quite poisonous.
Yes.
Mr.
Strips your insides
Sholmes
out.
is still pushing the soap argument then.
Perhaps he's suggesting the man licked the soap rather than ate it?
If soap in London is that poisonous, I don't think I want to be washing my hands with it. But there are no signs of any food in this room at all.
Of course, food isn't the only thing that passes people's lips, is it? Hint,
No,
hint.
there's no
Fucking
fucking,
hint.
teacup here. Why is everyone thick?
It's a teacup.
It's a cup and saucer.
Ah, yes.
Indeed.
Hit the button.
Oh, we didn't even get to examine it. It was just straight off. You fucking idiot! You fool!
Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the teacup.
Oh, I have toast in my mouth.
Sure, it's not
I know,
soap.
it's at the soap.
It's shush. Indeed. Cups have been the vessel of choice for practicing poisoners over the centuries. And it would appear that this victim drank every last drop.
There's no sign of food anywhere in the room.
Which leads us to the immutable conclusion. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to the ingestion of poison contained in this teacup.
Yay!
That's a bit better.
Yeah. Oh, pardon me.
You're pardoned.
The cause of death identified.
Thank you.
We proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. Is this suicide or murder?
Not shifty at all.
The audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's last supper. Did the man dine and die alone? This single teacup suggests the answer.
It's one way of putting
the
it.
Western vessel for infused hot drinks again. It's already featured heavily in their deduction so far.
Yes, we can imagine that shortly before his death, Mr. Shamspeare was having a drink of tea.
Oh.
There would be nothing remarkable about that, but what troubles me.
Is Mr. Natsume's reaction when he heard Mr. Sholmes suggest it? There's more to this deduction than it seems.
We must closely examine the scene of the crime again for some clues.
There's a wet bench.
Alright. So where can I move? I can... Are you kidding me?
He's got fucking teacup in his hand! Jesus Christ.
He's got another one right here!
So he was entertaining someone.
It's another Western vessel.
It's a teacup! It's a teacup. We all know it's a teacup. And it too is empty.
Given that he's actually holding one in his hand,
We can assume that this is the
assume-
cup from which Mr. Shamspeare was actually drinking. That's my line.
But if that's the case, it changes everything. Everything we deduced up to now is turned on its head. I have a bad feeling about this. I almost don't want to say it.
You don't have to. Yes, I know exactly how you feel.
Take that!
Yeah.
Throw this thing apart.
Oh dear.
Did the man dine and die alone? This other teacup suggests the answer.
I got a fucking toast, man.
Yes, there were 2 teacups in this room all along.
Oh, Sasaki, no.
In other words, This is a strong indication that at the victim's last supper, there was a guest present.
It's Jim Carrey's Count Olaf. Most of that silhouette.
Yeah.
At the very least. Oh, at least. I can now say with certainty that somebody else was here in the room last night, taking tea with the victim.
Oh,
Talking about you.
Oh god, sorry.
What are you talking about? Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable.
Draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly.
In which case, what more can we deduce about this possible guest?
It's the man looking like he's about to expire. Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow.
Do you mean to say you know who exactly was in this room at the time of the victim's death?
Yes, it was me. I came for tea. Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock.
I'm not sure I like where this deduction is going now.
Susato! Love her.
Susato?
You're cutting at something fierce, Alex.
Yeah, I just heard the start of hello.
If you were an actual robot, I would be deeply concerned for your well-being right now.
Oh, geez.
You mean she's not?
I'll try reconnecting it.
Oh, I didn't mean to click that.
Aaron, where's your patience?
No.
Oh, if you're gonna eat one.
Hello?
Hello!
Hello?
Welcome
Welcome
back,
back.
human person.
Excellent. I'm not quite sure what happened there.
You're having a moment.
But I did say the line. All right. I'm afraid it's too late to go back to the halcyon days of eating too much soap.
But the identity of the guest who was in here last night when the victim passed away is something I have a very bad feeling about.
Well, you can try to ignore your feelings, but we cannot ignore the truth, Mr. Naruhodo.
No, I suppose not. Time to look around again.
So we got this way.
Broken lock.
Candle, broken lock, empty
Glasses?
bottle, pile of books.
There's a lock on that chest. Chest of
There
drawers
is.
has a lock on it.
Yeah, there's nothing.
Can't click it though.
Nothing there.
Start examining stuff
What's the next?
from the left to right.
Yeah.
At first glance, it seems that the only things in this room are the makeshift stage and the costumes. I overlooked these 3 books initially.
It was him. He was the
I wonder
murderer.
what they are. Let's see. The titles read...
The picture of Monsieur.
God.
Oh, hey!
Look out.
The picture of Monsieur Lecoq, Canterbury
These are-
Yearnings, and
These are Saseki's books, aren't they? These are the books that he was...
Yep.
carrying.
Oh, God.
Oh man.
Yep.
Emile
Well.
Fagario.
Amazing.
I'm
Beautiful.
I've heard of titles before.
You have, in the trial we just were in.
Mm-hmm.
It could just be an incredible coincidence, but... They're the exact same 3 books that Mr. Natsume purchased the other day.
What? Yes, on the day of the unfortunate incident when Miss Green was stabbed, Saseki-san had just been to a bookshop and bought. That's right.
And now those free titles are...
Oh.
Ooh. I think we're losing him again.
Yeah. We might have lost her again. Oh no.
Am I back? Hello?
Hello!
Hello?
Hello.
Hello!
I can hear you.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear
I can
me?
hear you. I can
Yeah.
I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
God, fucking Christ, I don't know what's going on with the internet. Okay.
And now those free titles are here in the room of the victim.
Yet Mr. Natsume claims never to have been here before. What does this mean, do you think?
I really don't know what to make of it. That's a bit obvious, isn't it?
Pile of familiar books. Okay.
Alright. Do you want to have a look at the other thing?
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
The pile of familiar books.
No, Shomes.
Indeed.
Not you.
But the answer, of course, is a pile of your book.
Shut up. I'll speak when I want to. Quite so. It's no mere coincidence that these three titles are here in this room. It's the link to the truth.
Mm. Poor guy.
Mr. Natsume, you purchased these books 4 days ago at a second-hand bookshop.
That's just a coincidence.
In that case, you will be able to bring the same three titles from your own room, will you not? Will you not? This very moment. This very moment. Very moment.
No, never. No, no.
If you can't bring your own copies here, it proves these three books are in fact yours. Having purchased the book 4 days ago, in return to our lodgings, you were arrested the very next day. So you could conceivably have brought the books here on that evening, but you never mentioned that.
In other words, you could only have brought these three books here to the victim's room.
It's a very cell block tango.
Last night, having returned to your lodgings after the trial concluded at the Old Bailey.
No.
Ridiculous. In short, there is only one possible conclusion. The victim died here in his room last night as a result of poisoning.
And that same night, the victim had a visitor.
And that visitor
Was you, Mr. Sasaki Natsume?
Alright, I thought we were going to do it together. And
I
I'm
know there were
sad.
two.
Thus concludes the final act of Herlock Sholmes' great deduction.
And
you.
in Naruhodo's-
Thank you, Naruhodo,
Gozaimasu.
once again.
We did it.
We did it.
Elementary.
Yeah, woo.
Elementary. We incriminated
Elementary.
Soseki. Woo!
Woo. And Gregson's right there.
He was listening to the whole thing. Soseki.
Oh god, sorry.
Not again. Not again. Not again. Not again.
Well then, Mr. Natsume. It would appear that you're going to have to accompany me down to the yard. Again.
I like that he's like, I'm going to send for my lawyer from last time to help me, and then they immediately can get him convicted.
Get you. Yeah.
Wait! Hold your horses!
Yes?
Key locked! The entry, exit, entirely impossible!
He's so flustered, he's being even stranger than normal.
What?
He's
You think
technically
that's an
making sense.
alibi? Huh?
I said, Renoski says he's being even more ridiculous than usual, and I said, yeah, he's still making more sense. Making sense. Sense than Sholmes, at any rate.
I think that's an alibi. He could have just made a copy.
What?
You live in the same building, after all. You'd have had plenty of opportunity, I'm sure.
That's how it works, yeah. I live in the same building as somebody, and I just wander around stealing their keys and getting copies made.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the soap is for. Maybe there's a key imprint in it.
Yeah.
That's not what it is, but that is. You can use soap for that. I watched crime documentary.
I believe Sholmes used caramel in case 5.
Oh, yeah.
Game.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh, God. Sorry, I
They're-
didn't realize
yeah.
it was me again. Fuck.
It's alright.
Don't worry, I'm blathering plenty. So
But... Misery me!
Sorry, sir. You'll get your chance to give your side of the story later.
but first we'll arrest you.
Yeah, I
fully
guess.
defended him in court yesterday, and I was just got him arrested. Fucking hell.
I guess we're defending him again.
The facts speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache. Mustache.
Mm.
You horrible Sherlock Sholmes!
He really
Oh.
has been himself an arch rival now, hasn't he?
I claimed that the man died by misadventure. Renosuke over there, who pointed the finger at you.
Come on now, no dilly-dallying. Outside, there's a carriage waiting.
Of course there is.
You good student, Mr. Narrow Esquire!
You got me into this shithole. Get me out of it.
I never imagined I'd be in this position again. You have to help me! Please! Please! I'm innocent!
Alright, I understand. We'll come to your cell later and talk about it.
And... Morphine.
Oh, yes?
My poor little kitty cat. Please give him his breakfast for me!
Oh. Well, we fucked that, haven't we?
Yeah. And who's taken the blame? Good old Hairlock Sholmes. Once again, scapegoat of London. Wait, don't do anything.
And
Silly.
so, his evil curse still apparently unbroken. So Stik-san found himself once again prime suspect in a case of murder.
No.
Thanks to the incriminating deduction of the great.
Again? My deduction wasn't the one that was incriminating! Thank you, Sholmes, for actually saying the line. My dear fellow, the head honour belongs to you.
Well, at least that means Inspector Gregson is no longer here.
Now are we allowed to poke around? They've covered the dead body, with a blue blanket.
Mm.
In case you weren't sure what was under there.
We can examine the crime scene in more detail now.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's right. And of course,
What?
Have you forgotten what the inspector mentioned before? It was
Yes.
the landlord, Mr. Garadeb, who discovered Mr. Shamsphere.
Ah, Mr. John Garrydeb, yes.
I expect we could find him in his sitting room on the top of the floor as usual.
Right. We must remember to go and talk to him later.
Alright. What shall we have a look at?
Nothing, because we should go to bed.
It is quite
Oh,
late.
yes.
Oh, Tony.
Is mostly a selfish desire because I am yawning about every 2 minutes.
That's
No,
fair.
it's a
That's
very,
fair.
very sensible choice.
Very fair indeed. Yeah, what have we got? We've got the receipt for the free books.
Why do we still
Um,
have that?
The map. I'm sure these won't be needed in the trial that
No,
that
not.
happens. This is where Olive died, I guess, or got stabbed. Oh no,
gonna say,
that's where her
she's
body
still
was
alive.
found. 'Cause she was. Yeah. Okay. Cool. William Shakespeare, 31. Look at his face.
Gosh. Well, we did see him very briefly at the end of the at the end of the investigation of that case.
We did.
Olive Green, she's 20.
A baby.
Well, she should learn a thing from Shamsphere. He's 31 and still hanging after a dream that's not coming true. And so she should have some hope for her art. Clearly, that's the lesson here.
Clearly.
I will take no further questions, Your Honor.
Oh, what am I doing? Don't save here. Quit and then save. Alright.
That was very
Nicely done, guys.
That was fun.
Sorry.
Bless you. Bless you.
Despite the technical difficulties, we persevered. I'm very proud of us.
We got there. We
Yes.
got there.
Yeah, I did throw my phone across the room, but it's fine.
Oh
it's fine.
no.
Just,
I'm glad you made it. Glad you made it.
Thanks.
Me
Elliot,
too.
darling.
I have pieced out a little bit right now. So.
Oh.
That is okay. Be at peace.
Alright. I'm going to peace out too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good night, darling.
Yeah, guys.
Good
Love
night,
y'all.
guys.
Alright,
Sleep
guys.
well.
That was a lot of
Bye,
fun.
guys. Bye. Bye.
Much love.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Great week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.